Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play, whatever game we're playing, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. I just realized I started this video a little bit farther ahead than I ended the last one, but I'm sure you guys will be able to figure it out. At least, I'm pretty sure it's only a little bit farther. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Anyway, this episode, we are going to, do some stuff with this, we're going to climb this mountain, because this is the way we're actually supposed to be going. I liked those, little pillar things that we had there. I don't know if pillar is the right word, because it's kind of like on a stick. But, oh well, you get the idea. It's kind of like a, I don't even know how to describe them, like a squid or an octopus, kind of, but not really. Anyway, maybe that goes our next stage. We'll find out. You know, if only climbing mountains in real life were this easy, you just kind of had to, like, jump up some big steps. I mean, obviously, real humans can't jump as high as Mario and Luigi can. That'd be cool, though, if you could, like, jump your own height from a standstill extremely easily. And, like, infinity times in a row. That would be cool. But we can't do that, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to settle for, wasting away our lives playing video games in which we can do that. This crab is kind of spazzing out here, and we juked him out because he's just not good at anything. We're going to use our newfound ability to inflate ourselves just like a balloon, because we are crazy Kongs who just dig this tune. That reminds me, so if, in case you didn't know, what I just referenced there was the DK rap. I was in 5th grade one time. Or when I was in 5th grade was the first time I ever played Donkey Kong 64. And I memorized the rap. Because obviously all 10-year-olds are extremely cool. And one time when we were at lunch, there's probably like 14 or so tables in the lunchroom. And so, a little bit of backstory for this story. I was part of the gifted and talented program at my school, and I mean, I guess technically I still am, but there hasn't really been anything special about it since elementary school. And even saying technically I still am, I'm graduating in a couple days, so it's like, whatever. Anyway. Oh yeah, so I was in the GT program, so on that one day a week where we were in our GT class, we just called it Challenge. We had lunch at a different time with kids who were in like 2nd grade or whatever. So it was just us, and the lunch lady was like, "Oh, you guys can go sing something if you want to," because there was a mic when they needed to make announcements or whatever. One of my friends tried to convince me to do the Donkey Kong rap on the mic in front of like everyone who was there, which was pretty much just our class and the lunch ladies. I didn't want to do it though. I guess in retrospect that probably would have been like the coolest thing in the entire existence of the universe. But I did not do it. Anyway, yeah, I probably should work on my storytelling skills. But oh well, life goes on, right? Although it goes on a little bit slower if you tell boring stories. Huh. Well, anyway. I fell, so we're gonna have to climb back up this, mountain again with these naturally occurring wind gusts. Yeah, that would make climbing mountains a lot easier as well if you could, one, inflate yourself with air and then have your brother, jump while he's holding you so you could go extremely high. I mean, it kind of screws over everyone who doesn't have a brother, but yeah, and then also having all these wind gusts, that would just be like, everyone would be climbing Mount Everest. But that sadly is not the case, so we're just gonna have to resort to dreaming about it and then crying when our dreams don't come true, because they never come true, and we will be lonely for our entire lives. Anyway, on to a less morbid topic. Depression. Depression is not death. Although I'm pretty sure what I actually just... I don't even remember what I was talking about a second ago. Or if... I don't remember if what I said actually resulted in death. I think what I said just then actually was about depression. So talking about depression really is not a change of subject. It is amazing how my short-term memory is failing me right now. I'm not sure why I didn't get that block back there. I'm not sure if that was just a glitch in the recording or what, because when I record, I actually record myself playing the game, and then it replays that on the emulator, and then from there I record the actual AVI files. So that might have been a problem with the intermediate recording or what. I don't know, but anyway, this is Chakron. He's busy. He's been doing this pose for a long time. Luigi was being pretty funny, imitating him. And, yeah, if it wasn't obvious, Chakron is the guy who controls the shack roads that Bowser can travel with. And, yeah, he was also the guy on the pillar sort of things that we saw earlier. I really don't know how to describe Chakron, like what animal he looks like. I feel like octopus is not very accurate. Oh well. But yeah, he's been doing this pose for a long time. 1,000 years. He can't be bothered. And Luigi's like, hey, I'm gonna touch him in the butt because I've always wanted to be a sex predator. And now I can by touching this guy in the butt. And now it's going to be very hard for Luigi to find a home in a residential neighborhood. He's probably going to have to go to some, I don't even know where perverts buy houses. I mean, maybe just a poor neighborhood or something where they don't have as strict standards, because I imagine in a nice neighborhood it'd be extremely difficult for a sex predator to get a house. I'm really not sure why I'm bothering to talk about this. But anyway, we're going to fight Chakron to try and make him get out of his pose, and he seems to be actually moving quite a bit, so you think he would be able to get out of his pose, because was he moving that much just a second ago? I feel like he wasn't, but then again, I was talking about sex predators and not really paying attention. So there's that. And yeah, he just moved and got out of the pose there, which is pretty dumb if you ask me. Yes, he's not even moving except for his mouth. This game is just filled with discontinuities, and I hate it when my Mario games are unrealistic. So Chakron's get the hell out of here and get a ground-shaking attack, and then we'll talk. Even though technically we're talking now, but it's a expression, and you know what I mean. He's like, hey yo, the wood. Go to the wood. So we're gonna go to the wood, and stuff's gonna go down. We're gonna have a good time and party, and drink lots of water because water's healthy for you. And it's just gonna be a good time. These dirt statue things that he has here are kind of weird because they don't have any arms. I guess it's like the Venus de Milo. And we can hit this block and we get a shortcut. One-way shortcut. I love one-way shortcuts, as I mentioned 2 episodes ago or something. Because it's your reward for getting through that area, so you don't have to do it again. I just realized there's another path behind the one we're just on right now that I could have gone to, but I didn't. I'm never going to. So, yeah, there's that, and I guess you can just either play the game yourself, find another video series where the person goes through that path, or just give up, because who cares. Anyway, this is Cuzzle. He used to be a sage. It'd be nice if we had 2 sages next to each other. Maybe he was a sage and then Bowser got the second star here from him. Very possible. But he's like, hey yo, I like puzzles, damn young people, they're ruining our lives, and back in my day we weren't this disrespectful, and yeah, he's repeating himself, and yeah, he wants us to do this puzzle, And there's like a kind of a side quest thing with Cuzzle. Wow, did I just now realize? That's pretty dumb. Cuzzle rhymes with puzzle. I don't know how I didn't see that earlier. Oh well. But anyway, I'm only going to do the first puzzle because it's the only one that's like actually very useful. The other ones I've actually never done, but this one I have, and you'll see why, because it gives us a new special attack, and the image that you saw with the Goomba getting bonked, that is, it's with the pipe thing is our new special attack, which is cool. New special attacks are good, even though I don't even use all the new special attacks that I get. Anyway, I left it in regular speed this time because it didn't take me as long, and also so you guys get to hear the music, so that's cool. And I guess there's something I wanted to talk about a second ago, and then I got off track when I was just doing my old person impression. Excuse me. That is just a thing I wanted to talk about because I have nothing better to talk about. It's just that I really hate it when people of an older generation talk about how, like, oh, the younger generations, they're so screwed up, they're so gross and disgusting, they have no morals, they're all worthless POSs, they're not going to go anywhere in life. Back in my day, like, we didn't need all the fancy technology they have. All that stuff, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. That really bothers me, and I'm sure you probably don't like it either, because most people, I figure, who do and watch Let's Plays are on the younger side. But if I do have any viewers that are over, like, 30, that's cool. Thanks for watching. I mean, thanks for watching to my other viewers as well. But, yeah. Anyway, but it's just a couple things I think about that, about everything I was saying. It's like, regarding the morals thing, where about, like, oh, young people have loose morals or whatever. It's like, oh, we didn't have teenage pregnancy when I was a teenager. It's like, no, getting mad at young people having sex too early or whatever. It's like, well, there was teenage pregnancy, and like, even when you were a teenager, even if you're like 80 years old or whatever. I mean, it's, I'm sure, more common now, but it still was a thing then. And also, I just think about, like, I keep saying, like, loose morals or whatever. It's just kind of like society as a whole, morals sort of degenerate over time. And not necessarily that's a bad thing, it just, like, becomes more socially acceptable. Like, in the 50s or whatever, if you suddenly introduce twerking, people would, like, freak out. Just because it's like, oh my god, that's terrible. And then when it happens, you know, now, or like it started a few years ago. It didn't start a few years ago, but it became very mainstream a few years ago. But now it's like not as big a deal. I mean, some people were shocked, certainly, but not as many as it would have been, you know, in the 50s. So you just, you know, it's like, I think that's just what happens over time. Like, people become more okay with things that would have shocked them in generations past. So that's one of the things I think is dumb about old people thinking that, I'm trying to figure a way to not repeat myself, but, like, young people are, like, dirty and everything. And, I guess that's all I really want to rant about, because anything else I could say would just be repetitive, as if this wasn't already repetitive enough. And wow, that's probably the first time I've ever talked about anything, like, of this nature. I mean, it's kind of social commentary, but it's, like, pretty light, too. It's not about provocative issues or anything. I mean, you could say that it is, but there's certainly more provocative issues, for sure. Yeah, don't expect too much more of this, because it probably just won't happen. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the issue. Is it an issue, really? I don't know. And obviously, like, not all people of an older generation think that way. I just don't like it when people say like, oh, like the future's doomed because of, you know, the young generation. And of course, it's particularly sensitive to me because I am a young person. I've said I would stop talking about it, so I will stop talking about it now. But yeah, if you didn't care for that conversation, I'm sorry. But we finished the puzzle. He showed us where more puzzle pieces are. I'm actually going to go collect one here. But I'm not going to do anything with the puzzles. I didn't even go turn it in, even though I had it. Because I just did not really care. Yeah, if you want to see 100% Let's Play, this is not your place. I've said that 3 times now, at least recently. And I'll try and stop saying it, because I'm sure you don't want to hear me say it over and over again. But yeah, this is an example of where you can find the puzzle pieces, and I'm sure you can figure out the rest for yourself when you don't need me to show it to you. So there you go. And yeah, that's pretty much all the screen is good for. And then we have this one bean. I actually I remember in a previous episode I looked for how to use the beans and I couldn't find it. It was actually because I was looking on the wrong screen. If you just go to the bottom of the item screen, then you can use your beans. I actually figured that out later. Unfortunately, I don't remember to use them very often, which is pretty dumb, because they are very useful. Anyway, we have these tree guys. I believe they're called treevals. And we take care of them easily because they are losers. And yeah, that happens. They're pretty weak enemies, and we're just about done with this episode, so I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You probably didn't. Subscribe if you want to. You probably don't. And anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. And you will never get to know if I ever hit that save block or not. Have a good day!